Hello, hi guys. Welcome you all to the DevOps Delight YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to see yet another task of 100 days of DevOps task challenge. I am here on the Chrome browser. Let me type engineer.kodekloud.com/practice. Hit enter. I directly got these tasks UI because I auto saved my password and username. In your case, it may differ. It will prompt you to enter your username and password. Once you have given those details, you will also get the same screen as like me. Let me click on the start button. As part of our 100 days of DevOps task challenge, today we will see day 63 deploy Iron Gallery app on Kubernetes task. Let me click on the start button. It may take 1 or 2 minutes to load our task. Meanwhile, I'm skipping the video here for a while. Okay, we got our task. First, let me read the task, then we will look into the solution. There is an Iron Gallery app that the Nautilus DevOps team was developing. They have recently customized the app and are going to deploy the same on the Kubernetes cluster. Below you can find more details. Create a namespace iron-namespace-nautilus. Create a deployment iron-gallery-deployment-nautilus for Iron Gallery under the same namespace you created. Labels run should be iron-gallery, replicas count should be 1, selectors match labels run should be Iron Gallery, template labels run should be iron-gallery under metadata, container should be named as iron-gallery-container-nautilus, use KodekCloud slash iron gallery colon 2.0 image, use exact image name or tag. Resource limit for memory should be 100 MI and CPU should be 50 M. First value mount name should be config. Its mount path should be /usr/share/nginx/html/data. Second value mount name should be images. Its mount path should be /usr/share/nginx/html/uploads. First value name should be config and give it empty.dir, and second value name should be images, also give it empty.dir. Create a deployment iron-db-deployment nautilus for irondb under the same namespace. Labels db should be mariadb, replicas count should be 1, selectors match labels db should be mariadb, template labels db should be mariadb under metadata. The container name should be iron-db-container-nautilus. Use KodekCloud slash irondb colon 2.0 image. Use exact image name or tag. Define environment. Set MySQL underscore database. Its value should be database underscore web. Set MySQL underscore root underscore password, and MySQL underscore password value should be with some complex password for DB connections, and MySQL underscore user value should be any custom user except root. Value mount name should be DB and its mount path should be /var/lib/mysql. Value name should be DB and give it in an empty.dir. Create a service for IronDB which should be named iron-db-service-nautilus under the same namespace. Configure spec as selectors DB should be MariaDB, protocol should be TCP, port and target port should be 3306, and its type should be cluster IP. Create a service for Iron Gallery which should be named iron-gallery-service-nautilus under the same namespace. Configure spec has selectors run should be iron-gallery, protocol should be TCP port, and target port should be 80, node port should be 32678, and its type should be node port. Note: we don't need to make connections between database and frontend now. If the installation page is coming up, it should be enough for now. The kubectl on jump host has been configured to work with the Kubernetes cluster. Alright, since they mentioned kubectl is already configured, let's validate it once by using the kubectl version command. Yes, it is there. Here basically we need to create 2 services and then 2 deployments and 1 namespace. Alright, first let me check the namespaces kubectl getNS. As of now, we are having 5 namespaces which will be by default. Kubectl create namespace and then copy the namespace that they have given, paste it here. Let me remove the space, enter. It is created. Now if I do kubectl get ns, now we should be able to see one extra namespace which is not here. Now second one is we need to create two deployments. Okay, first one is iron-gallery-deployment not less, and second one will be iron-db-deployment not less. So what I will be doing is, first let me start with iron gallery deployment. Vi, let me type deployment -1.yml, enter, press I. So it should be API version, and then it's of type apps/v1, and then we will be having kind. So kind is of deployment, and then we will be having metadata. So metadata will be having name. So name of our deployment should be this one. Let me copy it, paste it here, and then namespace. We have to give the namespace here. So namespace should be this one. Let me copy it, paste it here. Alright, now let me do the spec. So under spec we will be having, let me type replicas. So replicas will be one, and then we will be having selector. So under selector we will be having match labels. Match labels. So under match labels they specifically mentioned run. So run, it should be of iron-gallery. Let me copy it. Always try to copy paste guys instead of typing by yourself, because there will be a more chances that we are going to make mistakes. Template, in our templates we will be having again metadata, and within metadata we will be having labels. So labels, and then we have specifically mentioned, right, template labels. Run, the value will be iron-gallery. For run value should be this one. Let me copy it, paste it here, and then we are done with the labels. Now let me do the spec. So within spec we will be having containers. So they have given here container, right, iron-gallery some name. Let me give the hyphen name, copy it, paste it here, and then we will be having image. So image is specifically mentioned. Let me copy it, paste it here. Alright, now what else we have? We have resource limits, right? We need to define them under our container resources. So resources will be having limits. Under limits, memory we have given. Let me type memory. So memory is of 100 MB, and then CPU. CPU is of 50 M. Try to keep it in double quotes so that we will not get any errors. And then value mounts. We are having value mounts. Value mounts. Which is of having name. Value mount name should be config. Its mount path. We are having two, right? First one is config, and its mount path will be mount path. This one, let me copy it, paste it here, enter. Now we have another value mount. So for that name will be images. Its mount path. Mount path will be this one. Let me copy it, paste it here, and finally we need to create two volumes. Come down exactly below the containers. There is a one. Volumes will be to config and images. Let me come here. Hyphen name will be config. It is of type mtdir. That's what they have given. And we have our second volume as well. Second value name will be images, and then it is of type mtdir. All right. So we are done with our first deployment file. Escape colon X, enter. Now let me create another deployment. Vi deployment -2.yml. And for our second deployment also same. Let me do one thing. Escape colon X, enter. Instead of writing all the YAML file, let me get it from here. We copy it. We will make changes wherever required. Vi deployment -2.yml. Paste it. Now our deployment name, we need to change this one. We copy it, go all the way to the top. So name we need to replace it. Let me remove the name, paste it here, and then namespace irondb under the same namespace. Alright, it is also having the same namespace, and then replicas is also one, and the labels db should be mariadb. Come down. So here we will be having match labels. Here should be mariadb. Here not run, it should be db. And also under metadata labels, here also save. Need to change it to db. It is of mariadb. And then template labels, that is also we changed. MariaDB templates labels db changed. Now container name, let me copy it. Let me remove this one name. Let me paste it. Image should be KodekloudEngineer IronDB 2.0. I copy it. So it will be IronDB. Okay. And then there will be now resources, but we have environmental variables. What I will be doing is, let me delete them, escape td. So here let me type, here we will be having environmental variables env. We will be defining environmental variables with env. What are those? You type one by one. First one is mysql underscore database. Let me copy it, and its value, it is database underscore web. Let me copy it, paste it here. Second one, mysql underscore root underscore password. So let me copy the same, paste it. Now let me type the value for it. Value will be, okay, they asked us to give some password for us. So they did not mention any specific password. So let me go something like our wish, guys. Whatever we give doesn't matter. I'm going with DevOps related the rate. We to enter, and we need to have another environmental variable. It will be mysql underscore password. Paste it. And then for this also we need to have some value. It's okay even if we give same, or else we can give different value as well. But for now, let me go with 3.1 for our MySQL and 3.2 for our root password. And also we need to define one user, hyphen name. Let me copy it, paste it here. And the value of it will be, and its value is our choice. They did not mention anything. So what I will be doing is DevOps delight. Let's give me this one. Our wish, whatever the name that we wanted to, we can give it. And then value mode name should be DB. I come down here, remove it, DB. The path will be this one. I copy it. Let me remove this path, paste it here. This one not required. This one as well. Now, so we need to have a value of DB, only one value. Let me precise DB. It is of type mtdir. Let me remove this another value. Now escape colon x, enter. Now we are done with deployment files for our Iron Gallery app. Now we need to create services for them. Vi service -1.yml si. So here we will be creating a service. So first thing first, we need to have API version v1, and then kind is of secret, and then we will be having metadata. So within metadata we will be having name. So name of our first service should be this one. Let me copy it, paste it here, and then we need to define the namespace. Let me go back to the top, copy it, paste it here. We need to have spec. So under spec we will be having selector. So within selectors they have given config spec db. Okay, db should be MariaDB, and then let's define ports. Within ports we will be having protocol, right? TCP protocol, it is of TCP. And then we need to have some port. So port, let me go with 80. They did not mention anything, so let me go with port of 3306. Let me give same for both host port and the target port that they have given. So target port will be 3306, and then we will be having type. So type is of cluster IP. Let me paste it here. Let me escape colon x, enter. Now let me do the cat service 1.yml. I copy it. Let me do the vi service -2.yml. Press I, paste it. Now for service 2, it should be iron-gallery. Service name will be this one. I copy it, go all the way to up. I remove this one, paste it, and then so same namespace, that is fine. Run should be Iron Gallery, so it should be selector should be run, and then Iron Gallery value, paste it, and also port will be TCP. Target port should be 80. Come down. Let me put 80 here, and target port also 80. We will be having node port as well here. So node port will be of value 32678, and then type of our service will be node port. I copy it, paste it here, escape colon x, enter. So as of now, we have created two services, one namespace and two deployments. Before applying, let me click on this app button. Right now it is fine to bad gateway. Now let me do the ls. As I mentioned, we are having two deployments, two services. Now let me do the kubectl apply -f, deploy -1.yml, comma, deployment -2.yml, comma, service -1.yml, comma, service -2.yml. Right? We have applied kubectl apply. Okay, we are not supposed to give any spaces. So let me remove these spaces. Hit enter. Iron deployment is created, Iron DB deployment is created, but when it comes to services, we are having issue. Line number 12. Okay, let me do the VI service -1.yml escape colon set nu. We keep it below type. I think this will be the issue. Kubectl apply -f service 1.yml. Let me type vi service 1.yml. Spec is fine and the kind, sorry guys, it should be not secret, it should be service. Sorry, my bad. Escape colon x, enter. Let me do the vi service -2.yml. Here also same, it is of service not secret. My bad, here indentation issue should be adjusted. Right, now escape colon x, enter. Now let me do the kubectl apply -f service -1.yml, service -2.yml. Now both are created. Now let me do the kubectl get all -n, our namespace. We copy it, paste it here, enter. So as of now we have two pods, two services, two deployments, two replicas. All right. Now let me click here. Let me refresh. See, we got our database. That means we have successfully completed the task. We did correct, guys. So as we have completed the task, let me click on this check button to validate our work. Click on confirm. Yes, we did it right. Congratulations. That's it for this video, guys. See you in another video with yet another task of our 100 days of DevOps task challenge. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you.